greater part of our physical bodies is made of water. Water is the life of this planet. Metaphysically, water relates to the emotions, intuition, psychism, creativity, spirituality, and all things connected with sleeping and dreaming. The beings that inhabit the watery element, the undines, have a very playful nature and are rather beautiful and erotic. However, they can be very dangerous to very small or young children who can easily see them. They are numerous in our waterways, the ocean, the lakes, and there are also lots of stories concerning the way of the water elements, the water elementals, the mermaids, particularly the nymphs that inhabit the forest pools. They like to coax children to play with them, not realising sometimes that they will drown. When working with the watery elemental principle on the astral level, the danger is not so great, but undines can be very dangerous on the physical level, particularly on beaches that have a lot of rocky outgrowth, like our northern beaches in Australia. These rocky areas where water can create small whirlpools that entice children to play in them should always be checked by parents who have small children playing there. Also, these elementals do not realise the danger to adult humans who really cannot perceive them. And sometimes adults can get caught up in a rip or an undertow if not careful about what is happening near the shore. So if you want to connect with these beings astrally, it may help to use environmental tapes with elemental music, such as the sounds of running water or a waterfall or gently crashing waves on the shore. So today, as I take you into this meditation, I'd like you to sit quietly and relax. Take yourself down into a very peaceful place inside of your own being, allowing any tightness or tension just to wash away, wash through your body, from your head all the way down to your toes. Now begin listening to the sound of the watery element in whatever manner that you have chosen. Let it fill your thoughts and suggest its own images as you prepare for your journey into this element of water. Today, we're going to enter a mountain stream. So as the sound fills your consciousness, release your mental body from its physical shell with inspired imagination and see if you can feel the brush of the smooth earth upon your feet as you release from your body. Imagine yourself standing right on top of a very high, rocky outcrop. There's a waterfall nearby. Leap off the rocks and allow a sense of rushing forward and downward. Open your consciousness and become aware that you are now in and part of a stream that is rushing away from the waterfall and down a deep incline toward a river on the valley floor. The water of which you are a part is cold, for it's early spring, and the forest is covering the water, refusing to allow any sunlight to offer some kind of warmth. But you don't feel the coldness in your mental body. Soon, you'll sense the presence of other forms. Graceful, beautiful beings will become attracted to you. Everything about the Undines is of a flowing nature. Their hair, their voices, their limbs. Where you have legs, their lower limbs blend in with the water and have the suggestion of a fish tail. Their voices are haunting and rather magical. Liquid, high, sweet, with a haunting quality that fills you with undefinable longings. Relax as they surround you and touch you and invite you to play with them. Allow your senses to tumble and swim with your companions, but hold tight to your own awareness. Never, but never lose your sense of self. As you follow the stream, you pass rocky pools full of water weeds, and you can see small fish and other small creatures. Everything comes to life in the warmth of the rising sun. Soon you will reach the lower levels of the stream and join with one of the smaller streams going off in a different direction. You feel the slower pace as you wind from side to side. Sometimes even disappearing down into the earth, twisting and turning, then hitting the gushing springs and being forced upward again, to emerge onto the land with rich greenery, bathed in sunlight on either side. The Undines chatter and dance and play with the small fish and water creatures. They swirl around pebbles and jump down the tiny waterfalls in a flurry of foam. As you continue, a wind builds up and the air becomes cooler and stronger. Rain starts to fall, and the river is now fierce and heavy and overflows its banks, flooding the farms. Like a wild animal out of control, it rages across the country, overturning dead trees and making roads impassable. The Undines react with excitement. They exult in this addition to their strength. They do not realize or understand that they are dangerous to other life forms at such times. But at last the rain ceases, and gradually the waters find their own level once more. The agitation dies down, and the Undines resume their normal ways. Soon they retreat back to the deeper levels of the river, and the sun begins to dry out the land. You feel yourself being lifted, drawn up. You feel the power of the sun changing you from liquid to mist. Up, up, and up you go until you become part of the clouds that make their ponderous way across the land and sea. Around you, the water Undines in the cloud begin to change for the last time, and you change with them. You become colder and colder and form into a crystalline shape of great beauty. Then, as the heavy cloud passes over the land, you see far below the same rocky outcrop where your adventure initially began. Released from the cloud, you drift downwards with all the others, melting and taking on a watery form, until at last you join once more with your physical body below. Take a deep breath in through the nose, sighing the breath out through your mouth. Once more, gently breathing in through your nose, sighing the breath out through your mouth as you bring yourself back once more to normal bodily consciousness.